Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. In the first of tonight's nightcaps, I get a broken stud out of a two-stroke motorcycle barrel. It puts up a bit of a fight. We have to do a lot of damage before we do some good, but anyway, we do get it sorted in the end. In part two, I do a little job for myself, some plasma cutting. I make a rack for all my little angle grinders. Last weekend was our local steam rally at Corbridge. I was at Corbridge, that's why the videos were a little bit muddled up. But time-wise, when I was at Corbridge, they always have an auction on. It's normally all shite, but this time there was a better class of shite. There was some piston rings that I wanted, and I got Deb to stand in the rain and bid for them, but she did get them. I think she only paid £4 for them, and she also bought a big bunch of whipware spanners that she's going to use to make some sort of art project with. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that's all to come later on. That's enough talk. Let's carry on with tonight's nightcaps. I've got a two-stroke cylinder barrel here. I'm not quite sure what it's off, but it's certainly quite a big one, water cooled. And what's happened to it is it's got a broken stud in the exhaust manifold, or in the exhaust port. And not only is it broken, they've had a go trying to drill it out and made a complete mess of it. So I've got to try and salvage that. I'll bring the camera in so you can get a closer look at it. Right, that's it in all its glory. It's been drilled off centre. There's not much I can do with that other than cut that whole lump off there and weld up the whole boss, put some new aluminium into it. It looks like 6mm of threads in there, and I'll probably drill it and put a helical into it. If it left it alone, it would have been a lot simpler. But unfortunately, they didn't leave it alone. So we'll cut that off, clean it up, and have a go at welding it. There's nothing else I can do really, other than cut it off and remanufacture the boss. I've got it firmly clamped to my welding table so I can operate on it. Angle grinder's probably going to be the best thing, just to slit that off. I've basically got to fix it now. There's still a little bit of stud in there, but basically it's all out. Back to nice clean metal now. Right, what we can do with that? Warm things up a little bit before it's got to weld it. Quite decent aluminium. A little more build up around this edge and blend it all in. I think we've got enough on. There you go, Nance. Knocking them off together, mate. There's no easy way to mount this to mill that flat, so I'm just going to use a manual mill, a nice coarse file, and just slowly and gently file away until we get it all level. Keeping the file as flat as possible. It isn't a great lot of material to come off this. I didn't put too much on. So it's easy to put enough on. You don't want to have to re-weld it if it's possible. It actually seals on that ring in there anyway, but we might as well get this as flat as we possibly can. It's starting to get pretty near now, I think. The file's touching basically the whole face now. Pretty good. But I managed to weld it without damaging that ring in there. There's a little touch of the hand scrape. I'll sort that out. Right, happy with that, very happy. I have got a gasket to go on there to use as a template to pick up the centre for that hole. If I can find it where I've put the bastardly. Right, so that's the joint there. We've got plenty of metal on. Mine just, but I've got plenty on. Some of this could be dressed off once it's finished. But, we'll put 2 bolts in there to hold that in place and pick that centre up. Sure it's 10 by 1, yeah it is. Standard metric. Right, now I'll use a transfer punch to pick that centre up. And then I'll make a little jig to drill it because it's got to be drilled square. And I probably will end up putting a helicoil into there. These transfer punches are really handy. $7mm won't go in. 6.5 is a really good fit. I've got a hammer at the ready. We'll kind of line up any discrepancy in the gasket. That looks good there. Right, that's right in the middle. It'll drill that quite nicely. That's the centre punch in a clips one. I got it in a lot of gear I bought at a car boot sale. It's been well used and I understand why. It is a really nice punch. That's been hit a few times to make it go that shape. So we need a drill putting in there. You could freehand it and guess and try and get it somewhere near, but we don't want to be guessing and freehanding. We want to get this right. I've got a nice thick piece of steel here. It's just a packing piece I use on the mill. That'll do to make a nice little drilling jig. I don't like this anchor loop stuff. It's very, very economical. Right, so we need to add into there. We'll drill this hole a bit bigger than 5mm, so we've got a little bit of tolerance. We'll try and get as near as we can. Ain't not work for me. That's a blunt drill, that. That's what a set of good ones and all. This is a 9mm one, not a fractional sort of size. This is out of the same set, and that's a 9.1. I have to get that drill either sharpened or replaced. Look at that bastard flashing around there wanting to hurt somebody. Scabby thing. Right, so we'll put this down here and pick that whole centre up quite nicely. You feel it's in there quite nicely. If we tighten that up, right, so that guide is going to keep the drill nice and straight. One more quick look in there. Right, that's absolutely spot on. So now we can basically freehand it. It needs to go all the way through. It was on the other one, not a blind hole, so that's to our advantage. Oh, fucking hell, John. I'll throw there a little bit more. I'm pleased I stopped. Right. I didn't feel that breakthrough there. That's not through. See. The last thing I want is to go drill the hole in his barrel. Right through now though. Excellent. Now we need to get a tap straight, so I might have to put another hole in here. I'll drill that hole out. It's a good fit on the tap, that's what I'll probably do. So I'll drill that to 6mm and then go again. There's a lot of time in a repair like this, but obviously it's not a throwaway item. Item needs repairing. Right, so we'll get it. The aluminium's good in there, there's no signs of porosity. I'm really happy with that. We'll get a nice new 6mm tap and start again. Right, I've drilled the 5mm hole out to 6.2, so the tap's a nice fit in it. And put the tap in the hole, start the tap in the hole like that. And put this in there, like that. Feel it's a nice The top's just nice in there. Great. That's splendid, that, absolutely spot on. Right. I think I'll change the name of this stuff from Anchor to Martian Snot, because it is green and it's a bit like snot. I was going to call it Martian something else, but I think I maybe better not. I think we'll just settle with Martian Snot from now on. I've got a little tap wrench here. I've had it for, God, I've had it a long time. It's well worn, but it still does the job. I've snapped a few taps with that in my time. Right, we'll have to take it off now because we hit the shoulder on the top, but we've got plenty of thread in there. Yeah, it looks nice. Really nice. Bit more snot into it. Right, that's good, nice sharp clean thread. A little bit of time now with the die grinder, just tidying that up, and it'll be a spot on repair. I'm very happy with it. I bet they'll not give a problem. I was welding close to the edge. That was the tricky bit. All in all, a nice little repair that I've enjoyed doing.